Hi guys, it's Harry from the Plot Malaysia, the show for the fans, by the fans. Just want to give you guys a post-match update, obviously, giving my thoughts on the fantastic win by the Reds early this morning against Leicester City at Anfield. I mean, fabulous game of football, one-way traffic to be honest, stress-free to a large degree. I probably expected Leicester to attack us a little bit more, but I think with Brendan Rodgers, I think he went a bit too cautious, especially with the results they've had. He decided to sit back, sit deep, and that's the way a lot of teams play these days, isn't it? Sit back, sit deep, and try to hit us in the break. Without the Vardy factor, it wasn't really a threat, to be honest. I think they had one shot on target, possibly, early on by Maddison. And that was about it. Hugely impressive from a Liverpool standpoint. Liverpool started off obviously with the 4-3-3. It was Alisson, it was Trent. I think no surprise in defence. Trent, Matip, Van Dijk. Matip restored obviously to the team. Van Dijk, Andy Robertson at left back. In midfield, this was an interesting choice actually. You went with Fabinho, Thiago Alcantara on the right, and Curtis Jones on the left. I'll get to that a bit later actually, because I have my thoughts about Thiago's positioning in that midfield three, and then up top. So Curtis Jones got the nod over Naby Keita, which is interesting, and obviously the Ox as well. And then up top, he went with Bobby Firmino right through the middle, Jota on the right, which to be honest, my opinion, is better off on the left, but on the right was Jota, the Slaughter, and then on the left, a full debut. This is what excited all Liverpool fans, the full debut for the Colombian Lucho, or Luis Diaz, new arrival from Porto. So yeah, all in all, from a game standpoint, I thought first half we started off relatively okay. We're feeling them out, their formation now, and then obviously not creating as many chances, I suppose, but keeping the ball and trying to probe really for the openings, because it was a very deep defense, like I said, from Leicester. And just like against Cardiff, I think when we play teams like this, set pieces are key. And once that set piece went in, they headed by Van Dijk, saved, and then slotted home by the Slaughter himself, the man who wears the number 20, Diego Jota. I think then it was relatively comfortable. Kept the ball, we kept probing, we created chances. But I thought in the second half is when we came to life, and I'm going to get to that. So, I think overall, relatively comfortable first half. Not as many chances created, but nonetheless 1-0 up through the Slaughter Jota. From a Luis Diaz standpoint, let me just say, outstanding in that first half and in the game overall. He was brilliant for his first full game, and he's still to get used to a lot of things about the Klopp system and his teammates. He was brilliant. What I liked about him, what surprised me about him actually, was his hold-up play. He looks a bit, it was called Noodle back in the days, and he's still a bit slight in terms of his stature, of his frame basically, but he's strong as an ox. He kept holding the ball up. They kept trying to rough him up, but it didn't really work. He held the ball up well. His first touch was brilliant, great on the turn. His combination play, his link-up play with Andy Robo down the left kept getting better as the game went on. His link-up with Jota, Firmino was brilliant. His little jinks and dribbles were great. If you look at the stats from his game, he was outstanding, and he was outstanding. Great to watch, and really excited about what we can expect from Luis Diaz moving forward. And then second half, I thought the game really came to life once we made that double substitution. I think then we created more chances, and I think what was key to that was the double substitution came on, I think in the 56th, 57th minute. Mo Salah, the Egyptian king, back into the team. He came on in place of Bobby Firmino, and then Harvey Elliott came on as well in place of Curtis Jones. Curtis is actually ahead of him, in terms of from an age perspective and experience perspective, in terms of first team games, but I think Harvey Elliott has gone way ahead of him in the pecking order. He comes on, he plays on the right of that midfield, his comfortable position. Thiago then moves to where he's comfortable, in my opinion, on the left, and then we started to click. Thiago was brilliant throughout the game, but once he moved to the left, he was just brilliant. He was spraying the ball around. He was keeping possession. Him and Fabinho, whenever they've played together, this is a great start. They never lost when they started together. And more than that, what I read about him was in his 9 Premier League starts this season, 9 or 10, we've won all games. he keeps the ball really well. He's composed. He plays lovely threaded passes through. He defensively helps out Fabinho a lot. They complement each other brilliantly. Thiago and Fabinho were absolutely phenomenal in that game. They were outstanding. Elliott comes on, adds a bit of spice. He gave the ball away a couple of times. I've got to say, I thought his Cardiff performance was more impressive. Nonetheless, he's got quality. He's a superstar in the making. He keeps he keeps it well. He link-ups really well with Trent and Salah down on the right, because he goes wide, Salah comes in. Salah goes wide, he comes in. He plays his great threaded passes through, great 1-2s. So the combination play of the three of them is outstanding. And I thought the game really changed when those substitutions made. We created more and more chances as the game went on. Salah, my word, it's like he's never been away. Hits the post with a brilliant curling effort. Great save by Kasper Schmeichel before that, when he jinked his way in the box. And then one more when he got away from the defender. The defender slipped, and then he tried to chip Kasper with the right foot. Again, brilliant save by Kasper Schmeichel. If not for him, Salah gets a couple of goals today. He was outstanding, Kasper Schmeichel. And Mo Salah, man, he takes our game to another level, another dimension he has to the game. He was brilliant. And then Luis Diaz came into his own as well. His link-up play with Salah, with combination with Thiago and Robbo down the left. Jota moved in the centre, and I thought he had a really good game, Jota. Apart from his goals, I think he might be well ahead of Bobby now in the pecking order. Bobby's still brilliant. He's seasonal. We love him, but I think Jota gets into that team now consistently as a starter, right in the middle. His link-up play is good. He holds the ball up well. He plays that 9 position really well. Not like Bobby, but in his own way really well. And then he gets goals as well. Always in the right place at the right time. And then Luis Diaz had a brilliant shot saved. He had another great effort when Salah played him in. Great first touch. And then release. And then, again, a brilliant save by Kasper Schmeichel. And yeah, I mean, Luis Diaz was involved in the second goal. Good touch. Kept the ball, slipped the ball through to Matip, and then Matip, man, he always got this attacking flair up top, and today he had the final pass to go with it. Great outside of the boot pass into the path of Jota. Jota's shot. Kasper got a hand to it, Schmeichel, but couldn't stop it from going in. Liverpool 2-0 up, and then it was cruise control. Comfortable. One more substitution. Minamino comes on for Luis Diaz to ensure he gets a great reception on his full debut, and he did get a standing ovation. He was outstanding. He's a gem. Can't wait to see more of him in combination with Salah, with Jota, Mane possibly to come off the bench, or Mane to start, and Luis Diaz to come on. I mean, we've got a really fearsome front five now, and you can throw Minamino in there because he chips in with goals as well. So outstanding all in all. I'm just going to give you ratings as well, player ratings from the match. Alisson had nothing really to do, box standard 7 maybe. Trent, good game overall. I'd give Trent a 7.5. I'll give Trent an 8. I'll give Trent an 8 for that game. Matip played a killer passes and had an assist from the game as well, so I'll give Matip an 8.5. Actually, I'm going to give Matip a 9 for that assist. So Matip gets a 9. Virgil van Dijk gets a 9. Comfortable, brilliant performance. Cleaned up everything. Was involved in that first goal with a header save as well. Robbo, I thought, a really good game. I'm going to give him a bit more than Trent. I'm going to give 8.5. I thought he was really good, Robbo, down that left. In the middle of the park, Fabinho gets a 9. Outstanding. Thiago gets a 9. Really, really good. Curtis Jones can do better. I'll give him, it was okay, but I expect more from Curtis Jones, so I'll give him a 7. Up top, I'll start with on the right, which is Jota, where he played starting in the game, and then he obviously finished right in the middle. I'll give Jota a 10. Outstanding, 2 goals, outstanding performance, man of the match. Bobby Firmino, in my opinion, can do better. I give Bobby Firmino a 7.5. He kept losing the ball at key moments. Didn't find obvious passes when they were there for the taking. Sometimes dwelled on the ball a bit too long, in my opinion. Maybe he's still feeling his way back. So 7.5 for Bobby. Luis Diaz gets 8.5 for me. I thought he had an outstanding game. Should have had a goal if not for Schmeichel. I'm going to give it 8.5 to Luis Diaz. People came off the bench. Mo Salah gets a 9. Outstanding when he comes on. Harvey Elliott, I would give an 8. I think it was better than Curtis Jones. I'm going to give him an 8. And then Minamino came on for literally a minute. You can take a box standard 6 for me. Those are my player ratings, guys. Give me your thoughts. Let me know what you think. And you're up the rates of the tails of Man City. Next game up, Burnley and then Inter Milan. So let's see what happens. But great 3 points. Yeah, come on.